Yeah. So we are discussing about the SAP Java patching, right? As soon as your installation is done in the Java systems, so better to update the at least basic patch levels. We have to update it here. Basic patch level we have to update it. So why? Because so few components, few URLs, it won't work. Few URLs, it won't work in the so Java systems. So better we have to update the so our so just patch levels to the some basic patch level or latest patch levels. We have to update it, right? So this is what we are discussing in the systems, right? So for this one, what we required to perform this one, you don't require for Java systems. One of the advantages like so we don't require stack.xml file. We don't require the XML file, stack.xml file for patching, and also we can use the either the sum tool or so telnet tool. Telnet is the one of the voice level command, so we can use this for patching here. And also for Java, what we required is some space required at OS level. Why? Because Java, all the binaries will be installed at operating system level only. So that is the reason space is required at operating system level. So right. So that is the one of the thing here. The next one. So and the SAP host agent. SAP host agent also up to date, up to update. So why? Because some tool, when you are starting the some tool we are registering into the SAP host agent. So why? Because some tool, it will not directly talk to the SAP system. So definitely we require the so host agent is update. Host agent update also required here. So once you've done all the downloading the patches, the next one you have to download the patches manually. You can download it carefully, calculate the dependencies that we know, right? How to calculate the dependencies and everything here. So download the patches here. Then move the patches to the move the so patches to app server level, application server level, you can move it here. Then extract the sum tool. Extract the sum tool under so USR, SAP, SAD. Only here you have to extract it here. Only here you have to extract it here. Suppose you want to extract in another folder, another drive, maybe you need to change the some profile parameter in the default. You have to change it. So again, environmental variables, there is some lot of things. But here we have to better to do it from here in the USR, SAP, SAD. Under here, you need to extract the sum tool. Then start the sum tool using so some start config host agent. So that command we have to use it so that we can use it here. Start the sum tool, then open the and then open the URL in the browser. Open the URL in the browser. Same URL you can open it. The port number is 1128 or 29 is the port number. So for the sum tool here. So this is the thing here. So for calculation of the dependency patches here, if you see the calculation of the dependency patches, how to calculate the dependency patches here. So right. So suppose when you are updating the core components, core tool, Java engine, API, engine API, JDW applications, base tools, these are the core components, right? Suppose you are updating, suppose like you want to update the core tools, right? Just right click, just see the, is this component as the any dependency, right? See here, so this 21p patch level has a dependency, right? Just click on this dependency. You will see the this patch, this 21 patch, this 21 patch has dependency on the all these components. See here, engine API, EP administration. So each patch there is a separate functionalities here. So Java application. Your Java is based upon the collection of all the software components. So each component has a specific functionality. So this is the ESR. This is the EP administration, enterprise portal administration, right? Framework, server core, server offline. So some of the connectivities related add-ons, functionalities, all these things are. So you need to download all these patch levels. You have to download it here, right? Otherwise, you should check here. This all should meet the minimum patch level. Should meet the minimum patch level. Should meet it here. So you need to check in your system, and here all are meeting the minimum patch level or not. If not, then you need to download. You need to download. So what happens if you don't? This is a very mandatory. This is the very mandatory to calculate the dependencies. Otherwise, what will happen? So the connection will broken. So from one tool to other tool, the connection will broken here. Why? Because suppose you are updating the engine core components here, engine core tools you are updating, and at the same time you are not updating this one, means this is in the higher patch level, these are in the lower patch levels, so there is no relation. So immediately what will happen? The connection, whatever the functionalities these components are providing, these functionalities will be stopped working here. Why? Because these are the lower and this is the higher environment, so it will stop working. I have a lot of experience on this area. Initially, when my junior time, when I initial time, initially they have given the so Java systems, PO systems patching and everything here. So that time I'm the PI lead. So PI lead patching and everything. That time I don't know anything about the PI and PO systems here, XI systems. So Java patching every time I have to do that one that time. So in that case, so even I don't know that time I missed it one time. I missed it to calculate the patch level, right? So based upon the experience, I'm explaining here. So there is a big escalation happened. So not escalation. So yeah, it kind of escalation only. So the dependency patches I have not calculated. Then so we have I have just updated the one component I updated. I hand over to the business. Business started using the systems and everything, but some functionalities are not working. Some functionalities are not working in the system. Some functionalities are not working in the systems. So some functionalities are not working in the systems. So then immediately they have so raised a complaint, and the same we are in the downtime window. Immediately I have downloaded the again different patches and updated here in the Sunday over the weekend. So we have updated here. So that is the reason. So based upon my experience, I'm explaining. So when you are doing any activity, first of all, go to the marketplace here when you're downloading, right? So just check whether the components have any dependency or not. Any dependency or not. So that is the major thing you have to do. We have to take care of that one. So component patching is very important here. So you can suppose if you don't perform, you can ignore it. But when you are performing, the dependency patches, SCA dependency patches are very, 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 very important. That is what I'm telling. So dependency patches, so very, very important here to download it here. So dependency patches very important to perform all these things here, right? So that is the reason. So you have to download all the dependencies, and all the dependencies you have to download it. Same like here, download it. That will be downloaded. Then click on the download button. So then you can see here that will be downloaded. Then go back and download this one. So that will be so downloaded here. So here like this. So we have to download all the patches. We have to download it here. All the patches. One time dependency is enough here. Okay. So one level dependency checks are enough here. So if you want to check this dependency also, it will go to the one more file. That file also another dependency. So not required minimum patch level we have to maintain, at least minimum patch level. So we have to maintain in the system. So that is the main thing of the so calculation of the patches and the dependency patches in the systems here. Right. So that is the main thing here. You need to choose it in the systems here. Right. So like this, see here we have downloaded the patches here. We have all the patches we have downloaded. Everything is ready now. So now what to do now? What we have to do now, right? So now we need to start the sum tool, the Java. So Java sum tool, we have to start it here, right? So I think we have to go to the USR SAP SID. Under SID, we have the sum files. So just go to the USR SAP SID, then use the startup command. So if it is the above system, you need to go to the above, then you need to execute the sum start.bat. Here in place of startup, sum start space config host agent SID you will get here. So, but this is the Java system. Then one step before itself, you will see the startup. So startup space config host agent space SID you have to give it here, right? So this will be started. Then this will ask us to open the URL in the browser, right? So it will give the above URL, benchmark URL, Java URL, dual stack, observer. Observer means suppose you guys are also want to monitor the upgrade. Then that time you can use this observer URL. You can use it here. So Java for we are using the Java, right? Then some Java we have to use it. The port number is the 1129. So right. So this is the very important. Then we have started. Then we have specified the credentials. Now it is asking the so select the target here. Select target and confirm target here. Select target here. Go to the manual prepared directory. Manually prepared directory here. So as I mentioned here, Java systems we can use the stack.xml file here. Otherwise, we can use the manual prepared directory, which means manually which we downloaded the softwares, right? Manually which we downloaded the softwares. So those softwares we can give it to the here, right? Those software, those patches, Java patches, we can give it to the here, right? Java patches I have given here. It's not required to, it's not required to do the so XML file here. So it's a optional. So but recommended. Suppose sometimes we may miss some dependencies, right? Sometimes when we are doing this one, sometimes we may miss the dependencies while doing these activities and everything while downloading. Why? Because when you are downloading this one, you got one phone, immediately you will miss this one, right? So the things will happen. So it's not it's my case, sometimes it happens. So that's why recommended to go with the XML file calculation. Then you will get the all the files, all the dependencies, all you will get in the one shot. So that you don't need to bother about the all those things here, right? So that's why see here I'm doing all those things here. Now it's selecting the target, it's reviewing the all the files, it is reviewing, right? See here it is verifying the all the files here. So here normally so Java normally for above systems or anything, there is a certificate is required from the TCS site here. So this is a TCS site. Always there is a one certificate is required. CRBAG.p7s file is required here. So this file we have to place in the this file is very much required. Some tool required the this certificate. So normally we will get this certificate in the some tool itself here. See here, please open the certificate, download from here and place into the Java patches location. It is asking us to place into the Java patches location here. So it's not required. It's not very mandatory. So, but we will go with the standards. Okay, we will go with the standards here. Then I kept into the folder. Then just go with the next step here. Then now we are in the confirm target here, right? Confirm target selection here. So in the confirm target selection, extraction, then configuration, this all will completed very soon here, right? So, but above systems, directly you will get the so extraction, configuration, checks, pre-processing, execution, post-processing. But Java systems, first welcome page. For Java systems, you need to remember the immediately you won't get the so this roadmap steps here. First welcome screen, nothing will happen. Then specify the credentials. Once you've done it, then select the target, then confirm the target, select the target and confirm. We have to confirm the target. In the confirm target selection, you will get the confirm target selection. Even if you go to confirm target selection, you will get the so extraction, right? So in the configuration, so checks, so pre-processing, then execution. Here, this is a downtime. Then post-processing. Everything will happen here, right? So this is the execution is the main phase here. But here, there is no shadow concept, nothing here. There is no shadow concept, nothing here. So extraction completed. In the configuration phase, it is asking the Java user ID and password. I have given the administrator user and password here. So see here, it is checking, it is validating the user ID and password here. So here, mandatory, we have to provide the user ID and password here. Suppose if you provide your user ID password, that is also fine, but that should have the admin rights here. That should have the admin rights here. So better we have to use the system users here. So when you install the Java system, basically the users will be created, right? So one is the J2EE underscore admin. So J2EE underscore guest we cannot use it, less authorizations, or administrator, or administrator user, we have to give it here. Administrator user, we have to give it to the here. That is the main thing we have to give it here, right? So that is the main thing here. So this is the sum screen. So here you can see the so task list, logs, breakpoints. So task list means what is the task currently which is executing here, right? Number of tasks are there. It's not like that you need to remember the this hundreds of steps, you don't need to remember it here. You need to remember these steps here, extraction, configuration, checks here, right? In the logs folder, you see here what it is doing here. So you can see the latest log files here. Always check the latest log files in the systems. So scan inbox, scan inbox. So then what it is scanning here, you can see here. So what it is scanning here, it will scanning the all the files here. It is scanning the directory of the e softwares and the Java patches here, right? In that patches, it is scanning the this one. So all the patches are getting scanned here. Patches are all the patches are getting scanned, and it's displayed the results here. It is displaying the results here, right? So it is displaying the results here. You can see here it is displaying the results in the systems here, right? So that is the main thing of the here. Then just click on the OK button here. So then it will go to the next steps here, right? So then click on the OK button. So now it's saving the release. Whatever the releases we have downloaded the patches and target versions, it is saving here. It is checking the queue. Everything it is checking here. So above systems, anyhow, we can roll back and we can do it here. Why? Because shadow system. But Java is the very dangerous, dangerous one. Something got stuck. So why? Because few people are new to Java systems. We need to worry about that one. So why we have the issues and all those things we have to fix it here. Now see here. So again, we got the error. One validation, we got the error here. So let's see here. What is that validation here? So what is the validation queue? Validation queue here. We got the error here. Okay. So I have removed this SCA not found. This SCA I have removed, right? So I have removed actually this SCA I have removed from the, so I have removed from the here. So earlier I have removed the one SCA. So right. So this is the one of the SCA, EPFLP SCA. I have removed this one. So I have removed this one. See here, yesterday also we got the same error. Today also. Why? Because this is a dependency. Dependency is so missing. That is the reason we got this error. See here. So if any errors, first of all, check here. Clearly, you have to check it out the log file. So take the patience to clearly read that one. What is the exact error here during the current step here? So validation of the deployment of the queue Excite tools here. So this Excite tools component was admitted. Admitted means it's taken into the deployment consideration. But unresolving the dependency problem in the chain. So unresolving the dependency. So there is a dependency is rejected. Dependency, there is a dependency. So you can see here there is a dependency that the not found in the inbox directory. So there is a dependency. So that is the reason it's unable to take it further here. So maybe if it is showing one more thing, if it is showing one more dependency, so then definitely again we have to download the respective patch again. We have to do it one. So this is the, so these things will happen when you are doing with the manual prepared manually. So you may get this type of activities here. When you are doing this one, so you may get this type of things, you may get it out here. So that is the reason. So better we go with the stack.xml file only. Stack.xml file. We can go ahead and we can do that one. So these things will happen. I know. So why? Because so only selective components we have downloaded, right? Only few things we have downloaded. So we went to the application server Java. The normally one or two components we downloaded, but it's not the proper way to download it here, right? So just we have to calculate the stack.xml file, or so we have to take the time, download the all the components one by one, all the components we have. 60 components, 70 components, we have to download it one by one. We have to download it. We have to update it here. So this way we won't face any errors here. This way we won't face any errors here, right? This way we won't face any errors in the systems here. That's the main thing here, right? So here you can see here now again. So EP runtime is EPFLP XALFLP is getting added, and UME admin also going to change it here as per yesterday's one, right? Just click on the continue button here. So it's a revised status. So then we can just to make it to the target version. What is the target version? Just click on the OK button here. Then it will go to the next step here. So the thing is here, the shadow will not be created here. So this is the log directory here. In the log directory, we can see all the log files and everything here. So very, very, very important. Always check the log files. Log files are very, very, very important here. So checking the queue. It is calculating the queue. It is validating the queue. So all those things are very, very important here. So something goes wrong. So at least we have to check the where is the issue here. Something goes wrong. At least something goes wrong. Where is the issue? Something like that. We have to check it out here. So let's see again. We got the one more error here. So maybe let's see what is that error here. That's why Java patching looks like a small component, but here, so it's very dangerous. So this is a dependency. Why? Because again, EPFLP as a dependency, EPFLP as a dependency of the some other components, right? Some other component, no deployed old version found here. So there is a dependency. There is a dependency of the other systems here. So there is a dependency of the other components here, XI tools, so EP, FLP. So this one, there is a dependency. See here, there is a dependency again. So old version, no deployed old version found in the systems for EP, FLP. So then, so there is a dependency again, right? So then let's see. Let me recalculate it here. So this type of issues, that's why you have to carefully plan your patches. You have to carefully plan our patches to the latest versions. We have to carefully plan it here. So otherwise, we have the one more tool that is called the telnet tool here. Telnet tool here. So telnet. So you have to use the command. We have to use the that command also we will practice here using the telnet also. How to do using the telnet also. How to perform all this kind of work, how to perform that we will come to know.
I have a small doubt.
Yes.
While you were upgrading the Java system, when you are trying to create the stack.xml file, even that time also, first we need to choose the minimum component level after the system has newly built, or else directly you can go to the latest one.
The minimum batch level we have to do that one. That's why that is the reason that we are last 2 days onwards we are facing the issues. So facing the issues means it's a higher than source one. That is the reason. So minimum patch level we have to do that one. Minimum patch level we have to update. Minimum patch level means either SP level 5 or 4. Minimum patch level as per the this recommendation, minimum patch level we have to update it here. So minimum, at least minimum. So we are in the 00, SP01, SP0, SP at least SP01 we should go. Then after that we can update to the higher level. So we are in the SP00 only, SP00 only. At least if you update to the latest SP01, then from there we can update to the 26. 26 we can update it here. But Java, I don't require to you don't require 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, something like that series. Directly we can update it, but your base is at least minimum patch level, minimum just 01 is enough, I think. 01 patch level is, so we should download it here, 01 patch level.
So it means even though if you are upgrading the Java system by using the stack file, initially you need to go for minimum patch only.
If you are downloading with the stack.xml file, I think it will calculate the minimum patch level also will be downloaded. Minimum patch levels also will be downloaded. But manually, when we are doing this one, so that time, so because stack.xml file will download all the dependencies and everything, right? So it will calculate it. It will calculate all the files and it will keep it ready. So it will keep ready of the first minimum patch levels. Then after that higher patch level, it will download all the patch levels. It will keep into the queue. So first it will apply the minimum patch levels. Then after that, the higher patch level it will apply there when you are doing the XML file. But now we selected the stack.xml file. We have not selected the stack.xml file here. We just selected this one. So that is the reason. So here So minimum we have to apply first, then after that maximum we have to go with this one.
When you are updating the stack XML file, it will ask you the target patch, right? Like for example, right now maximum target one is SP29 or something we have inside the system.
Right,
Like that, there the target we can directly provide the SP29 is enough, and automatically it will check and it will download the minimum patch level, and while upgrading first it will do the minimum patch,
right,
then it
right,
will go it
right.
was automatically, right?
Right. Why? Because minimum it should apply, then it will check the, so okay, minimum is matching, then it will go to the higher. Why? Because here only it will tell you whether it's calculated in the minimum patch level. So whether you have the all the patches components are available or not in the download directory, it will tell you. See here. So we have the deployment is failed, no maintenance certificate, that is fine. It's not the major error here. So but here, so this patch level 1P, but here the patch level, so it does not pass the validation check, unresolved dependencies. So the dependencies minimum patch level is matching EP runtime, XI tools. So it's not matching. That is the reason it's failing. It's failing. That is the reason it is getting failing here. See here, it is getting failing here. So which means we have not correctly. So all the patches we are not downloaded. Whatever the patches here there, we are not downloaded all the patches here, right? So all the patches we are not downloaded. So what I can do here, only we are using the previous versions of the sum tools, that all these things we are using here, not the previous version we started, where we stopped and where we paused it. Only those things we are using. Now what I will do here, I will clean up all these things here to avoid the time wastage here. Only I will keep it UME admin, which is very important for us. So there is a SAP INST. So SAP, not SAP, SAP UP process. So that is already open in the another directory. In the command prompt mode, I have opened. So that is the reason it is doing this one. So one more procedure, one more method is to telnet, telnet method. Telnet method is a very simple method, telnet. So that till also we will see here. While it is extracting one patch, we will do with this one patch we will go with the telnet mode. So that SAP car -xvf star dot SAR file here. So this will take time, I guess. This will take time. So meanwhile, what we will do with that telnet here, right? So telnet. So telnet also one of the local deployment file here, telnet. So telnet. So here in the command prompt mode, not this command prompt mode here, we can go to the, so one more command prompt here. We can take the one more command prompt. Okay. So here, what I will do, I will use the telnet. So localhost, telnet localhost, and here file instance number 14 or 18. There is a command telnet. So telnet unable to recognize it here. So what I will do here, Yeah, one more command prompt is not opening here. Is it one is already in progress? Another one is not opening. Will open that. One more user, I will open it here. In the administrator mode, so I will open it here. But it will work only on the SAD ADM only. Other users, it will not work. Other users, it will not work here. So if you don't know, if you forget if you don't know the port numbers, just to go to the MMC here. If you don't know the port numbers here, if you go to the MMC here, you can see the access points here. So in the access point selection, you will see the the port numbers here. All the port numbers you can find it from here, right? So access points here. This is the very important here. So you can see the port number, HTTP port number, P4 port number, telnet port number. This is a telnet port number, right? Telnet command. So 545 instance number 08 here, right? 04 is the P4 port number here. So HTTPS port number here, HTTP port number here. So this is the port numbers. It will give the information here. This is the port numbers of the Java systems here, right? This is the port numbers of the Java systems here. So here what you have to do, so suppose P4 port here, this is the port here, right? So as Java telnet here, so that, so using this port number, so we have to do the deployments here. Previously, we used to do the JSPM and SDM tools, but currently we don't have those tools are not available here. Those tools are not available. Those tools are not available here. So that is the reason we have to do it with, so with the SAD ADM and SAD ADM only we have to do this one, right? So let me go to the here. Because one tool we already opened. So one more prompt it will open or not. Let's see here. So here as Java telnet tool here, it will open. So otherwise we can go to the CMD, but CMD we already opened. In the one more prompt we have opened. I'm not sure whether new prompt will open or not. Into taskbar, open the new window. I think a new window is open. Okay, let's minimize this one. Let's see here. So telnet, okay, local host, we have to use it. Then 540.08. So this is the command. So but telnet is unable to find the telnet command here. Deployment using telnet. Yeah, it's the same. Open the command prompt, run the telnet localhost 5 instance number 08. Same command we have to open it here, right? So same, but here the telnet, our local host, the telnet is not found. That is the reason it's not opening here. Telnet, I think there is a file we have to install, I guess, telnet.
Sir, from control panel, I think we can enable the telnets.
You want to port, telnet port.
I think the port is not enabled, sir.
No, sir. Telnet software is not there. We can check
Yeah,
via telnet hyphen v.
yeah,
Is
firewall,
there.
firewall. Let me check the firewall rules here. Firewall.
Somewhere I think firewall is blocked. In Windows system, dispatcher is not coming up, sir, due to some space issue.
This one,
Yes,
TCD. Okay, that we will fix it. Not a problem. Maybe someone may say.
yes, no, no, sir. That time we'll stop after stopping again. We are starting now. That time it is starting due to some that is not restarting.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
due to space issue only. I checked developer race also.
Okay, okay. Super. Okay. It's not the port issue. I think telnet package, we have to install it, I guess. So from telnet package, we have to install in our local desktop here. So let me install the telnet package here. So here, just let me start the startup command space. So same config host agent space, then sid njp. So this is the command. So I am using here for for start for starting the some tool here. So here, so just here you can see here. So here you can see the Java, some Java here. In the Java, so you can see here, so same port we have to open it here, right? Same, just go ahead and copy the URL. Just click on the open button, right? So here, just enter the NJP ADM and the password we have to enter it here. It is extracted. So let's continue with this one, some tool. Telnet is direct attack, direct deployment. So you no need to, it will be completed very soon. But here we need to follow all the procedures. So inputs, all those things, everything it will be, we have to follow it here. See it here. So some Java is starting here. So here, welcome page. Click on the next button. Next. So manual prepare directory. Then select the Java patches. Go to the here, Java patches here. Select this one. Click on OK. Java patches. So 1 minute, let me pull on the battery. Click on OK button. Now confirm selection. In the confirm selection, you will get the roadmap steps. All the roadmap steps you will get it out from here. Confirm selection. Maybe here telnet we have to execute telnet exe execute commands we have to download telnet.
Can you check once in that control panel, sir, if we can enable the
Okay, let's give the where here in the control panel,
control panel programs?
but here it won't. It is not installed. So telnet is not there.
Programs and features.
Yeah, this
Not
is
here, sir. Programs and features.
okay. You want to add the role of the, but telnet comes where? Uh, Here, where the telnet will come? I don't know here.
Hmm.
Okay, let's continue. This is updating to patch level. So let's continue here. While this is doing, so let's see what Microsoft is saying. Installing the telnet. Install the telnet server, telnet client. Telnet is the client, right? So this is the client. So
We have to, I think, only enable the telnet.
Yes, sir. By
Yeah.
default, it will come, sir. Telnet.
okay. But where is that?
That program and features, sir. Program and features.
Okay. So let's progress this one. Let's progress. While it is progressing, we can do that one. So because it is asked the inputs, right? So yeah, let's see. Yeah. So configuration is done. Checks phase. In the configuration phase, it will build the queue. It will validate the queue. Then it will go to the checks phase. It will check the dependencies, any inconsistencies. It will check it out. Now in the pre-processing step, it will start. It will start the so so in the pre-processing step here. So in the pre-processing step, what we have to do here, it is starting the begin the downtime here. So updating is starting. Before updating, it will ask us to take the backup of your global security directory and also backup of your database and also your sum directory. So all those things it is asking us to take the backup here. Why? Because once this step is crossed, then we cannot roll back here. Means we cannot stop it here. So up to here, we have to take the backup. We can place the backup and we can roll back. We can reset it everything here. From go to the more and we can reset. Reset means entire upgrade. We can reset up to this phase. So once this phase is crossed, then we cannot reset it here. So that is the something is happened in middle execution. You want to reset the entire upgrade. So again, up to here we can do, right? We can do, we can go, we can kill, we can cancel, we can do again, we can do. But here, once this step is crossed here, we cannot do it anything here. That's the reason here. Now it is starting the updating here. See here, it is starting the updating here, execution phase. Now it is in the execution phase, which means so here your Java will be stopped. So for some components it's the online deployment, some components it's the offline deployment. So let's see. So this Java is deploying here, deployed the component here, you and me. So deploying this component is getting deployed here. See here, this CA file is getting deployed in the systems here, deploying the component here, plugins. Okay, so oh, it's done. It's very few, so it's all already done here. Update complete now. So it's done. So finish it. Why? Because it's a one component, right? So even Java also not restarted here. One component, right? Java also not component. Some components there is a restart is required. So that some tool will take care of that one. Some component does not require restart. So it's online. So that's the reason it's not even restarted the system also. So I think it's done. Maybe we can just log in. We can check the version here. Components list, system components. Yeah, we can see here the today's date, the deployment is done here. The today's date, the deployment is done here. So with the today's date, so the today date, today we upload, right? With the today's date, so the deployment is done here. So that is the one, right? So this is the one. So it will apply what date we have updated. So that deployment will be pasted here. The deployment is done here. So it's only 6 minutes runtime, 6 minutes here. So just click on the OK button. Then, so final summary is done here. So deployment is done here. So this is what. So we have to do it here in the systems here. Right? Click on the finish button. Done. So this is the way we have to update the Java patches and everything in the systems here. Right? That is the one. So let's start find out the telnet here. Okay. So meanwhile, let me pause it.